What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to World According to Briggs, and a look at the oldest cities and towns in each state. This one is very interesting in a couple different ways. Number one, people don't realize how old some of these cities and towns in their state actually are. Some of them predate the United States. The other interesting thing is about how many people are wrong about which city or town in their own state is the oldest. I get comments disputing what the oldest place is in every single state whenever I mention the age of a state or it's the oldest in the state. Happens every single time. A lot of the argument comes from people claiming that Native Americans had cities here long before Europeans landed. That's true, but other than archaeological sites, there really aren't many Native American boom towns from 300 BC that are still going. This video focuses on when cities and towns were founded according to the US government. We're looking at cities and towns even though the title of this video just says town. They were towns when they were founded and have grown into cities. All right, this is a long video. Let's take a look. Going in alphabetical order, we have our first town, Mobile, Alabama. Mobile, Alabama has been around for quite some time. It was actually home to the original Mardi Gras here in the United States. It was established in 1702. Kodiak, Alaska. This is one of those cities I've always wanted to go to. I've been to Ketchikan, Skagway, Soldotna, Homer, Seward, and Sitka, but I've never been to Kodiak, and it's a place I want to go to soon. It used to be the Russian capital city of Russian Alaska. Of course, they owned it before we did, and it was established in 1792. Tucson, Arizona. Tucson is another place that's been around for a very long time and predates the United States by 1 year. It was established in 1775. Georgetown, Arkansas. This is probably the smallest one on this list. They have a population of around 200, 250 people. And according to one guy, he said that there's only 3 last names in this whole town. Georgetown sits on the White River northeast of Little Rock, and it was established in 1789. San Diego, California. San Diego is the second largest city in California. Most people think it's going to be San Francisco. San Francisco is actually kind of small compared to Los Angeles and San Diego. But San Diego was established in 1769. San Luis, Colorado. Now, I've heard some people call this San Luis, but from what I understand, it's called San Luis. They have a population of just around 650 residents just north of the New Mexico border. It was established in 1851. Windsor, Connecticut. Windsor bills itself as the first town and kind of models their tourism around that. It was established in 1633. Lewes, Delaware. Lewes is the first city in the first state, and that's again how they build themselves. This is a nice little vacation town north of Rehoboth Beach, and it was established in 1631. St. Augustine, Florida. This is the absolute oldest continuously occupied city or town in the United States. It was established in 1565, 200 years before we became a country, 211 years to be exact. Savannah, Georgia. Georgia's been around a while. It was actually the 13th colony. A lot of people only think that the colonies were like Virginia on up into the New England area. No, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina were all colonies. States that weren't colonies that most people think were are Maine and Vermont. They're actually part of other states and eventually became states, but they weren't colonies. Savannah was established in 1733. Hilo, Hawaii. Definitely one of the youngest on this list. Hilo was established in 1822. Franklin, Idaho. Franklin, Idaho is on the border with Utah, and if you're driving from, let's say, Logan, Utah to Pocatello, Idaho, you're going to go through Franklin. And if you sneeze, you'll miss it. My suggestion, hope for a sneezing fit when you hit the border. Nothing to see here, folks. Franklin, Idaho was established in 1860. Peoria, Illinois. Peoria is in between Galesburg, Illinois, and Bloomington, and it's on a lake. That's about it, but it's been around for quite some time. It was established in 1680. Vincennes, Indiana. Vincennes sits on the Wabash River directly across from Illinois, and it is home to the Red Skeleton Museum. Yes, the clown, comedian, whatever. I didn't know comedians and clowns got museums, but this dude's got one, and it's in Vincennes. Vincennes was established in 1732. Dubuque, Iowa. Dubuque, Iowa sits on the Mississippi River about 3 hours west of Chicago, and it started off as a lead mining town. It has like 4 universities, all with religious affiliations, and it's not that big. I don't think it's big enough to really support one. But Dubuque was established in 1837. Leavenworth, Kansas. Leavenworth is where they send you if you did really bad things in the military. Not the city, they actually have a federal prison there. The city of Leavenworth was established in 1827. Harrodsburg, Kentucky. Harrodsburg used to be a fort, and it was actually called Harrodstown back then, and Daniel Boone used to live there. It was established in 1774. Natchitoches, Louisiana. This one's hard to pronounce, and I hope I got it right. I tried several times, and I think that's the closest I got. It's been around since 1714, and it's out there between Shreveport and Alexandria in central Louisiana. Kittery, Maine. Kittery has been around for quite some time, since 1647. It is right across the little bay there from Portsmouth, New Hampshire. St. Mary's City, Maryland. They have a big thing out in that state with the word Mary. I don't know what's up with them. Anyway, St. Mary's City was established in 1634. Plymouth, Massachusetts. Yes, where the Pilgrims landed. This was established in 1620. Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. Sault Ste. Marie is right across the St. Mary's River from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Canada. It's almost like some locals got angry and said, oh yeah, well, we're going to start our own Sault Ste. Marie right across the river. And yes, we're going to call it that because we lack any originality and we're devoid of good ideas. Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan was established in 1668. Wabasha, Minnesota. Wabasha sits on the Mississippi River, downriver from Red Wing, Minnesota. The Amtrak takes you right through there. I went through there in 2020. But this place was established in 1830. Natchez, Mississippi, or Natchez, whatever you want to call it. It's been around a while, actually since 1716. St. Genevieve, Missouri. Here's another Mississippi River town. This one was established in 1735. Stevensville, Montana. This one was established by Catholic missionaries in 1841. Bellevue, Nebraska. This town was founded as a trading post for fur trappers back in the day. It was established in 1822. Genoa, Nevada. This place started off as a trading post for Mormons heading out to the West Coast and settling in Utah, which this area was actually part of Utah back in the day. It was established in 1851. Dover, New Hampshire. Dover is actually the 7th oldest settlement in the United States. It was established in 1623. Newark, New Jersey. Yeah, it's been around that long. It was established in 1666, and by most accounts, it's been on a downward spiral since 1667. Santa Fe, New Mexico. Now, a lot of people think Taos was, but Taos really wasn't a settled town for the longest time. Santa Fe was actually a settled place. Santa Fe, New Mexico was established in 1610. Albany, New York. Albany is the state capital for the state of New York, and it's its oldest established city or town. It was established in 1624. Do you know a lot of states have a city or town called Albany? Have one here in Oregon. I know one of the worst places to live in Georgia is Albany. Bath, North Carolina. Bath's been around a while. It was actually established in 1705. Pembina, North Dakota. This is one of the coldest places we have here in the United States. It is right on the border with Emerson, Manitoba, Canada, and it's been here quite some time. 1797. I can't believe it's been here that long, and I've never even heard of the place. Marietta, Ohio. Marietta's not just Ohio's first city, it's actually the first city that was established west of the Ohio River. And that went down in 1788. Fort Gibson, Oklahoma. Fort Gibson is another place that's been around for quite some time. It was obviously a fort and it sat on the Arkansas River. It was occupied for about 25 years, and then they decided to abandon it because they didn't need it anymore. Civil War broke out and they opened it back up. It was established in 1824. Astoria, Oregon. Yep, right up the road from me is Astoria, Oregon. Well, about 2 hours away. I've been there quite a few times. I like it. There's a giant bridge that crosses over into Washington, and it'll scare the hell out of you if you don't like bridges, like my wife. Whenever you go across a big bridge like that or a really high bridge, my wife assumes that position they tell you to take when you're going to crash in a plane, you know, try and put your head between your knees, that type thing. Yeah. Astoria was established in 1811. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The city of brotherly love has been dishing out that love for some time now. 1681 it was established. Providence, Rhode Island. Of course, Providence being up there and New England and kind of where the whole United States experiment started. Of course, they've been around a while. Providence was established in 1636. Charleston, South Carolina. One of the most historic cities in the South and one of those beautiful cities. Charleston, South Carolina was established in 1670. Fort Pierre, South Dakota. Fun thing about this place, if you call it Fort Pierre, the locals will climb all up your butt. So keep that in mind. It's actually like pier, like, you know, that's how they say it, and that's how it sort of sounds like you walk out on a dock that's actually a pier. You get it, what I'm saying. Anyway, this place has been around a while, and it was established in 1743. Jonesboro, Tennessee. Jonesboro is a tourist town, was actually once the state capital for a brief time of Tennessee, but it was named after a guy named Willie Jones. Not William Jones, Willie Jones. Willie Jones helped establish this place in 1779. Nacogdoches, Texas. This place I really like. It's probably the most friendly city or town I have ever visited. I had a good time here, and it wasn't anything special going on. The people were just generally nice and very talkative. I learned a lot about Nacogdoches just by talking to these people. It was established in 1779. If you're looking for it on a map, it is right between Dallas, Texas and Lake Charles, Louisiana. Ogden, Utah. Unlike Nacogdoches, I've never really met nice people in Ogden. Well, I mean, they've been nice, but they haven't been overly friendly. But Ogden is a cute town, and it was established in 1851. Westminster, Vermont. This place is pretty old. It was established in 1734. New Taunton, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Jamestown, Virginia. Jamestown is the first permanent English settlement in North America. Now, St. Augustine is the first one in the whole United States, but it was actually a Spanish establishment. This is the first English settlement. Stillicum, Washington. Stillicum is a little bit south of Tacoma on the Puget Sound, and it's been there for quite some time, especially for a western state. It's been there since 1854. It's a cute little town. I've been there. Shepherdstown and Romney, West Virginia. That's right, these are two separate towns, and they were established on the same day, in December of 1762. Green Bay, Wisconsin. Green Bay has been around for some time. It was established in 1655. The very next year, the Green Bay Packers were established, and the season tickets were sold out 3 days after they went on sale. Totally kidding. Green Bay Packers did come along a long time ago, but it was like 260 some odd years after Green Bay was established. The season ticket holder thing, that's not far from the truth. There's a waiting list for season tickets for the Green Bay Packers, and it's like generations before you get a chance to get your season tickets. People actually will, like in their will, their season tickets to their kids. And number 50, not like I was really counting, but the 50th one, because we got 50 states, is Wyoming, and their oldest town is Cheyenne. It was established in 1867, and it is still there. All right, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Now go out, have a great day. Be nice to each other.